had another friend pass away today. Somebody I grew up with. You guys know that I have always been one that said I don't do Facebook because I have enough issues on social media on here. I've always said that. Well, I told you guys that I didn't know around December. I said this on a video, several videos actually, that I didn't know if I was going to, in the new year, which was this year, of course, 2014. When we were still in the end of 2013, I said that I didn't know if I was going to start a Facebook or not. A lot of people, start Facebook and they gain a lot of subscribers and stuff like that because, people pass on and on and on and all that kind of stuff. Well, I've gained my fan base without Facebook at all. Um, and I did decide, I think it was like mid-January, uh, I decided mid-January to have a Facebook account, but have it only for people like I grew up with, people that I don't have contact with, like distant relatives and also my father's side relatives. Um, and that's who I have a Facebook account for. And those are the people that are on my Facebook. But, it's crazy because you can, somebody can like your pictures and all that kind of stuff, and then a couple of days later you see that they're gone. It's just really crazy. It's really, really crazy. Um, Nobody handles death well. You guys know that, right? But who did I put stickers on my leather bed? Lord Jesus. Anyway, nobody handles death well, and but you guys know that, you know, um, see, this is one of the things that I haven't talked about with you guys. While I was gone, I did mention it, but nobody really, like, I don't think anybody really noticed it because nobody left comments about it or asked any questions, or I guess to some people didn't want to feel like they was prying. But um, I did have, while I was gone, a leukemia and a lupus scare. I was hospitalized. I can't give you all the dates. I don't remember. I was hospitalized twice in the 7 months I've been gone. Um, and actually, one time I was hospitalized, and I literally, like, 4 days later, I was like, I had to get up out of here because I was just actually, Daddy and I was supposed to go to Bermuda again. So tickets was already paid for, and I was like, I gotta get up out of here. So, needless to say, I got out 2 days before I was supposed to leave for Bermuda. Um, but I think that's where it started to, like, throw me off with being focused on losing weight and things like that. Um, because when you face something so scary, it just changes your perspective on life. It changes your perspective on a lot of things. Now, some people, that would have caused them to go even harder and become even more healthy and all those kinds of things. But, we all are different. And that doesn't make it right or wrong, but we all are different, let's face it. And for me, it did not make me go harder. Well, the medications that they put me on and stuff, naturally, some of the medications had something to do with my weight gain, but I had a lot to do with my weight gain as well. My mentality switched. I started to feel like I want to do whatever makes me happy today because tomorrow is not promised to me. And we all know that, but when you're faced with them doing test after test after test and telling you your white cell count is so low that it got to be something wrong and it's either lupus or leukemia and it's one or the other, thank God that it was neither one, but they were saying that it's definitely one or the other. So once I found out that I didn't have either, which was such a blessing. Once I found that out, I that's when I said I'm going to travel wherever I want. I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to say whatever I want. I'm going to whatever I haven't experienced and I want to experience, I'm going to do it. And that's what it did for me. Now, again, the next person, it may would have made them go harder with being healthy, but for me, it totally threw me off. It threw me through a loop. Also, side note, I did a video on, I think I called it, did my gastric sleeve fail me? I think a lot of people don't listen fully to videos. They hear one part or they see a title, whatever, and they don't really look into or listen carefully to the video to tell that tells you why you titled it such a way. I wasn't saying that the gastric sleeve definitely failed me. I was asking a question or posing a question of like, because I've gained weight back, did my gastric sleeve fail me? That's what the purpose of the video was, to try to explain that it did not fail me. What did happen was I didn't want to feel the things that was resurfacing. Um, and just so you guys know, these things that you go through with these pains and things like that you smothered with food, the things that resurface, you're going to have those things resurface whether you go to Mexico like I did and pay cash for your surgery, or if you have insurance here and you get your insurance in state, I mean your surgery in state. It doesn't matter where you go, it doesn't matter who performs it. These are things that are going to come out because it's going to be not what you eat, it's what's eating you, if you're understanding what I'm saying. So no matter what, you're going to have these things come up because oftentimes more than not, your overeating is to overcompensate for something, and it's usually to cover up some kind of negative feeling. Okay, and for me, I'm learning that it's covered up a lot of pain that I've experienced. And we've all experienced pain, and some people say let it go, but guess what? What y'all don't understand is that I'm in the process of letting it go. It's just that I'm doing it and involving and showing you guys I'm in the process of that, rather than just showing you the after effects of letting go and conquering weight loss and finally reaching my weight loss goal, if I have one in my head, which takes years usually to do, you guys, after you have weight loss surgery, especially when you're, when you were right at almost 500 pounds like I was. But it's just, you guys are seeing my process. You guys are seeing some of the process of me getting over it or letting it go. Of course, I'll reach that point where, the da-da moment where I've already let things go, but you guys are in the process. Y'all are watching the process, if you're understanding what I'm saying. So it's not that I'm not trying to let it go, it's just I'm in the process of learning how to let that go. And sometimes when I don't want to feel, it is what it is. That's what I use as my vice. Now, the next person may use marijuana as their vice. The next person may use drugs as their, regular street drugs as their vice. Some people may use alcohol as their vice. Some people may use cigarettes as their vice. I use food. The only difference between them and myself is that you can see my issue all over me, on me. Other people can cover up their issue a little bit better than me. Sometimes a crackhead can cover up their issue a little bit better than a person that's fat and overweight and using food as a vice. My vice is visual, on me, visibly on me. So I'm saying all this to say that what it did was it got me to want to just do whatever made me happy, because I was faced with and mortality. I was faced with, I was faced with mortality. I was faced with not knowing if I was going to be there the next day. Um, and of course, like I said, we all are faced with that. We're waking up every day, but it's just that it hit me really, really hard. And I just went on to wanting to do anything that make me happy. I wanted to do it. Sometimes you get so down, you guys, that once you come up a little teeny bit, you're like, you know what? I don't want to go down in that deep place no more, that deep dark place. So whatever makes me happy, I'm gonna do. I did things that I've never experienced before, just to experience it. Um, you guys know I've never drank alcohol a day in my life, and just so you know, I don't have an alcohol problem. I haven't transferred one vice for another by using alcohol, so please don't think that. Please don't hear one little part and run with it. But I have drank not like straight alcohol like vodka, nothing like that. But I drink Seagram's peach fuzzy navel wine cooler. That's my little cooler I drink. And I drink that. I drink like one like every 3 or 4 days. But that's my little wine cooler I drink, and I put it in my little wine glass, and that's what I drink. But that's coming from a woman, what, 37 years. I've never drank anything ever in my life. And I did it because I just wanted to try it. That's all. I just wanted to try it. I think we were in Bermuda when I tried it, and I actually tried their, I think they call it, it's their signature rum over there. I don't like the taste of alcohol. I'm more of like a fruity type of girl, like a pina colada or something. But I don't like the taste of alcohol. I don't. To me, it's very strong, and I don't. It doesn't. I'm not gonna pay for something that tastes like rubbing alcohol, because that's what liquor. When I had it in that little rum, that's what it tastes like to me. That's just my taste buds. But that Seagram's peach navel, fuzzy navel, doesn't taste like alcohol to me. It actually tastes good, so that's what I drink. But I did that. Sometimes I curse if I feel like it. Now some people would say, make sure you pray about it, because you may, spirits may be jumping in you, and I do pray about that, because I do not want to have, it's easy. I've always talked about it's easy for spirits to be transferable, for one, and it's easy to fall into the devil's trap, or his tactics. It's very easy to do that. You have to stay what they call prayed up, and I am doing that as we speak, because I have noticed a slight shift in in my flesh, and that's a spiritual aspect, and I maybe will talk about that in another video, but yeah, so that's what the lupus and leukemia scare did for me, or to me. It made me look at life where I wanted to do whatever makes me happy, and if that meant eating a hot dog, I ate the hot dog, especially if it made me feel better for the moment. And I know that that sounds terrible. I know that not many people are going to say these things. I know that people are going to disagree. I know that people are going to say shame on you. I know that people are going to say you had the surgery and you wasted your money and your time. I know that people are going to say all those things. I know that. But the fact remains is, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm sharing, and I'm sharing with a purpose, as I always share. What brought on this video is that, like I said, the fact that I had a childhood friend pass away suddenly, and it just makes you see how you literally don't know if you're going to be gone tomorrow. You have to do what makes you happy, but you have to find a balance of what makes you happy, what's safe, what will keep you here longer, the probability of keeping you here longer, and also, not losing your spiritual grounding. You have to find that balance, and that's quite a lot to juggle. But you have to find that balance. And like I said, the only thing is that you guys are in the midst of watching me find that balance. That's the only difference. Um, I also had to go through the process of not what they okay. I also had to go through the process of and I'll talk about this in another video, of learning how to. I came to a place where I have shifted as far as being judgmental. I had to take a good look at myself, and I saw how sometimes I can be judgmental. Um, Sometimes I will purposely be judgmental, let's face it. I mean, if you want to be honest, let's be honest. And then sometimes I didn't. I just was, you know, I was sharing the knowledge, the spiritual knowledge that I had, but it was my delivery that turned some off. And you have to be very careful about your delivery, because that can actually do the opposite of what you're actually trying to accomplish. You may be trying to draw more people closer to Christ, but actually turn them further away from Him. So I used to talk about this, if you remember, like my old subscribers, in my videos sometimes. Just like I did a video called for the saints and the ain'ts. And I was telling why I don't like the term saints, because that implies, I know what it's, biblically says about saints. I know, trust me, I know the Word of God. But I just didn't like using the word saints, because it implied that I am above, or I have mastered, or I have arrived to a certain spiritual level, and that everybody else is underneath of that, if they don't think like me, talk like me, walk like me. So I had to shift in my way of thinking, and I haven't even gotten a chance to even talk to you guys about that. It's a lot of things that I don't think, it's a lot of ways I don't think as I used to. It's a lot of things have changed. I told you guys that when I came back, I said it's a lot of things that's different, you guys, and it's just that, little by little, I just came back, about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, so little by little you're going to get that, and you're going to be seeing that. Even if I don't verbalize it, you'll see it, so yeah. So yeah, I had to, check myself about being judgmental, about the purpose of why I share certain things with certain people, and this is off of YouTube I'm talking about. Um, how I judge, one sin, and don't judge the other, as so many Christians do. It's just that a lot of people get angry when you say that. A lot of Christians get angry when we hear people say, "Oh, you judging that sin, but you're not judging this sin," but it's the truth. That's the truth, and we do that quite often. Um, I see. This is not going to be something that, and I'm talking about myself as well. So there's no need for anybody to get mad or offended, but you'll see, Sister Susan in the church, and she, every time she go after church, she go buy a 20-piece from Popeyes, and that is gluttony, which is a sin, one of the most deadly sins. But then we'll shun the sister that, went to church after she came home from the club, and we'll shun the woman that had a baby out of wedlock, but we're not going to shun Sister Sue or Susan, whoever I said, that is a glutton, and she goes to Popeyes and get a 20-piece just for herself, after church every Sunday. So we have to really be honest with ourselves, and we have to really go deep inside. And like I said, we need to go deep inside and get out some of that ugly, nasty, filthy stuff that we have laying down inside of us. That's spiritually, that's mentally, and that's physically, because it affects our physical being. So, and it affects our spiritual man as well. So, I'll get into the judgmental video. I'm pretty sure I'll put the title, something like that, at another time. But I just touched base with you guys a little bit about that right now. But yeah, I'm going to be sharing more with you guys. Just thumbs up this video. It encourages me to continue to share. What it does is it makes me feel comfortable to share, you guys. Because it's just like when you share something and nobody responds, then it's almost like it makes you clam up and not want to share. It makes you feel like you're being judged or no one understands you. And who wants to be not understood? You know, so when you thumbs up, that's what it makes me feel. It makes me feel, it encourages me to open up and encourages me to say, you know, it tells me that, hey, people are around me saying, you know what, it's okay. It's okay to open up. We're not here to just bash you. You know, we're not here just to be like, you know, gossiping about you. But it encourages me to open up so that I can maybe help somebody else, and maybe somebody else can know that they're not alone. So that's what thumbsing up means to me. So please thumbs up this video, and I will talk to you guys later. I love you guys so much, and I thank you for letting me open up. I thank you for allowing me to share and finding value in that of which I do. So I'll talk to you guys later. Be blessed.